Shlomo, and welcome to Mitzvah Torah. This year is entitled Soaring High with Downs, number 10, The Elephant in the Room. Baruch Hashem, we celebrated Shlomo's Bar Mitzvah this past Shabbat. Parshat Shoftim, he laned two aliyot from the Torah in front of more than 200 people. Amazing, amazing nachas. And it's a time to celebrate and thank Hashem. We tried our best with Shlomo over the years, and so many partners from Darchei Nom to Renan HaMa'or to relatives to all of our children, of course, and so many people. I can't even mention that would have a chaylik in Shlomo Myers. But one question. The question is about the elephant in the room. So let's take the celebration. We spent 3 years preparing for the parsha. And he read 2 aliyot. He could have done Rishon also. He could have read Rishon, Sheni, and Shlishi. But he did 2 aliyot, which is beautiful. So let's call a spade a spade. 3 years of preparation to lane 15 psukim. Very nice, but I remember my other son Yaakov came time to preparing a whole parsha. And it's getting close to the bar mitzvah. I'm saying, Yaakov, are you going to manage? Maybe we should just do less, a couple of aliyah. No, I'll tell you, I'll do everything. You sure? Just look at the timeline. Yeah, don't worry. And then, within a few weeks, that's it. He took care of the whole thing. He did the whole parsha. Look at my 2 sons, Shmuel and Yaakov, Baruch Hashem, learning, Yomim V'Layla, serious B'nai Torah. So Shlomo, he read 15 psukim, very nice, objectively speaking, reading 15 psukim. Okay. Now we had a beautiful bar mitzvah celebration, and what was he doing during some of the celebration? He was outside flipping bottles. He likes to flip bottles. Came in sometimes for the dancing, sometimes he was just too nervous. The music was too loud. So maybe he just got to wake up and see. It's very nice that he laid. Very nice that his boys and friends were together for bar mitzvah. But yeah, let's be honest about where he's at and what his level is. So I think there's a very, very, very important yesod over here. There's no elephant in the room. And Danny Murray's not in denial one iota about what Shlomo has done and what his potential is. I don't think Shlomo is going to go ahead and be a gadol hador, possibly shadows like Moshe Feinstein. I don't expect that. Barring an outright nace, nigla, an outright miracle, that's not happening. I understand what his level is at. And I understand during his bar mitzvah, half the time he was outside flipping bottles. And any talk to try to get him in, no, nothing to talk about. I understand that 10, 15 psukim of reading in front of 200 people after 3 years of preparation is like, okay, very nice for Downs kid, but what's it all worth in the big picture? Let's be honest. So here's what I think. That just like Chanoch L'Nara Pidarko, we educate each child according to his way, according to his personality, his cognitive, emotional abilities. So we also have Nachas L'Nara Pidarko. The nachat that we have from each child is based on his potential. Is he achieving his potential? And if his potential is going to be the gadol hador, well, we hope he's achieving that potential. And his potential, he's going to be a wonderful learner, earner. Spend a few hours a day learning, a few hours a day working and creating a beautiful family. Then we're going to be happy when he achieves that. Now, when he's an osik v'tzaki tzibur, spending hours a day in the tzibur and the community needs. And that's what we think is his potential. We don't know exactly what, but we're guessing, estimating. So our nachas is she's reaching her potential. So therefore, yes, 15 psukim, objectively speaking, doesn't sound so impressive after 3 years of preparation. But for Shlomo, that is his potential, at least we think, to do such a thing. And for that we have nachas. But you'll say the elephant is still standing in the room. So fine, in terms of your nachas is based on his potential. But objectively speaking, 15 psukim, just let's be honest. Once again, we need to analyze what spirituality is in the first place. Spiritual growth is where we're achieving our potential. It's not just a shtick, how a parent has nachas from a child. No, that you have nachas based on your kid's potential. Even though the potential he's fulfilling is really worthless. Well, it's minimal. But you have nachas, very nice, you're happy, you put thousands of hours in, he achieved something tiny, and you have nachas. No, there's no tiny achievement. Anyone who fulfills their potential, which we don't know exactly what each one's potential is, but based on our understanding to the best of our estimate, anyone who achieves their potential, that is a spiritual goal in life. That's a spiritual goal. Spiritual goal is not to learn Shas and Poskim by heart, to be a Rosh Yeshiva. The spiritual goal of each person is to fulfill your potential in building a relationship with God. That's the goal. So this Rav Moshe Feinstein, he went ahead and he mastered Torah, Shas, Poskim, and spread it to all Klal Yisrael. That was his potential. That was his spirituality. That was his connection to God. Rav Aaron Lichtenstein, listening to mastering the Torah, he built the Hesder world, father of the Hesder world. So that was his potential. He fulfilled his potential. That's his spirituality. And a person whose potential is to be a learner, earner, that's a potential thing. That's his spirituality. It's not just a shtick. You can have your nachas by saying he fulfilled my potential. No. Your nachas is that he's living the ultimate life of spirituality. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. Oh, he's living a spiritual life. And Shlomo's doing what he's doing. He's living his ultimate spiritual life. And therefore, that's the celebration. And if I may sound a little bit cold, a person goes ahead, no Shas, Shulchan Aruch, unbelievable posting of Tzaddik, in terms of uncovering God's world of knowledge, he didn't even scratch the surface. The Torah world, he's scratching the surface of the Torah world in terms of God's knowledge of the world. And don't forget, Ahavat Hashem, love of God, comes from understanding all of Chachmat Hashem, physics, science, biology. The lion's share of our time goes to Torah, out of balance. Torah, that is not for now. But Rambam clearly says in the beginning of Yesodei HaTorah that Ahavat Hashem is also from the physical sciences as well. So a person mastered Kol HaTorah Kula. He knows Shas by heart. How much of divine knowledge does he know? A speck. A speck. There's billions of light years in the universe. To say that he scratched the surface is a big statement. So he knows a lot of Torah. But how much of God's knowledge does he know? A speck. Nothing. In reality terms, in terms of reality. So what's pshat? So why the sipuk? Why the happiness? Because he mastered this amount of Torah. And that's his spirituality. That's his connection to Hashem. And that's all Hashem asks. Not to master Chochmas Hashem. It's not masterable. No man can know more than a tiny, tiny amount of Chochmas Hashem, wisdom, Hashem's wisdom. But whatever he can learn and inculcate and make that into his essence, that's his spirituality. So in sum, Shlomo goes ahead, lanes from the Torah to Aliyah, after relearning for 3 years. And now he's confident, I could learn more Torah. And during his bar mitzvah for a few minutes, he dances with us. And part of the time he's outside with his bottles. If I think that that's his potential, and he's fulfilling his potential, and he's connecting to Hashem in his way, within his potential, that's a perfect success. And therefore, spirituality has to be understood in that framework, and then we can have true Yiddish nachas, each child, nachas, al pi darko. May we all go ahead and have siyata d'shmaya in assessing our children properly, and chanoch lenar pi darko, and that should result in nachas lenar pi darko. Shalom.